The difference between people who get fluent really quickly in a language and those who struggle is that the people who get fluent really quickly internalize the language on day one. And I'm going to share a simple way that you can do that with a beautiful practice that doesn't take much time out of your day. I'm going to give you a number of different ways that you can do this so that you can pick and choose ones that work for you. My name's Louisa. I'm a fluency facilitator, or a language coach if you like, and a translator working in the field of psychology. And I am passionate about helping people find the fast, easy way to fluency. In this video, I'm going to share a number of simple ways that you can introduce this one habit into your life that will change your life forever. Honestly, that's no exaggeration. And it will also, if you bring it into your language practice, it will be a total game changer. So I'm going to show you how you can do this right from day one with a new language, okay? So I'm learning Tamil, but I'm right at the beginning of my Tamil fluency journey. But I know the word thank you. So the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is before I even open my eyes, I tune into the feeling of gratitude for a new day and I say thank you. I can say it in my head if there's somebody in the bed next to me, or I can say it out loud if I am not embarrassed about sounding a bit weird. And it may sound very simple, but this is the key to taking your language practice from something that's very theoretical and you just learn in bits and bobs here and there on the internet or in an app or wherever you learn it, and it internalizes it into your head, into your whole body, so that you now live that language inside of you, okay? That's the difference between people who find language learning easy and people who struggle. Another super simple way to practice this is doing 100 steps. So this was from The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. And honestly, I was so skeptical about this when I first heard about it, but a load of busy mums that I was in a group with at the time were all practicing it and getting great results. So I thought, okay, I'll get on the gratitude wagon. And so this simple practice is the first 100 steps that you take in the morning, say thank you, thank you, thank you with every step you take. And it kind of reminds me of the quote by Thich Nhat Hanh. It's a walking meditation practice where with every footstep that you take, walk as if your feet are kissing the ground. And I think that's really beautiful, and it's a really lovely way to be more grounded, more mindful, and more in touch with the gratitude of this life and all the things that we're lucky to have in our world. So I can do this on day one because that's the only word I know practically in Tamil. So Nandri, which is the word for thank you in Tamil, I said that every single step for, I don't know, I didn't actually count, but you know, the walk that I did in the forest this morning. And the reason this will take you to fluency is that each day or each week you can add a few more words. So thank you on your first day. Once you've got that, you've internalized it because you've been saying it all day. Like you tune in when you're washing the dishes or when you're folding the laundry. Maybe you're waiting in the line at the supermarket. Tune in, thank you. You can say it in your head if you like, if you're a bit embarrassed to speak out loud. But just feel those feelings in your body. Let it radiate out, because that is the key to having a more energized, loving attitude to life, right? We often go around with the weight of the world on our shoulders, and it's not necessary. And gratitude would change that really quickly if you start weaving it into your days like this. So after you've internalized the words thank you, then you can add a couple more words. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my home. Thank you for my job. Thank you for my work. Add in a few more things each day, and soon your vocab adds up. Then you can move on to more complex sentences like I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this home. I'm grateful for a new day. I'm grateful for this warm cup of tea. It's actually totally cold. I'm grateful for, the tiny things in life. Actually, once we start tuning into the tiny things that we're grateful for, then we start to see a lot more of them in our life, and it makes us happier. That's why this practice is a double whammy. It will boost your fluency and your joy. So keep adding more and more sentences, more and more words to say things that you're grateful for, and watch how your fluency unfolds. Because once you're able to say, a lot more things, you've got more vocab, you can be even just an upper beginner level or a lower intermediate level, then you can start consuming native speakers' content on the internet that is kind of in an area that you love. And that's when your fluency will really take off, because that's the way we soak up languages effortlessly and quickly, when we're engaged in something and when we're soaking it up, listening to native speakers. That's how I learned 5 languages in my 20s, between my teens and my 20s. And we can all do it now that we've got the internet in our pockets. So there's no excuse, and it's fun, and it's easy, and it's effortless, just so long as we keep showing up consistently, day in, day out, just in tiny moments in our day. It doesn't have to take a lot. So long as we're moving forward, that's the key to fluency. Fluency just means flow. So if we're moving forward in our journey, if we're learning more words each week, we're on the right path. And eventually we'll get to a place where we are able to express ourselves really confidently and comfortably. And that is my definition of fluency. What's yours? I'd love to hear it. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you and if you're going to practice it. And what's your language? What language are you learning? I love to read the comments and hear how different people are taking on the kind of slightly weird and wonderful tips and tricks that I share, because I think we're all a bit done with the same old on language learning. We need to make our language learning come alive. We need to fall in love with it a little bit more, with life and language learning, and the whole thing just becomes lighter and easier. And that's the fast way to fluency. Thanks for watching, my dear. Are you celebrating Thanksgiving today? If so, cheers. Every day is worth celebrating and giving thanks. What do you think? Thanks for being here. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that I got 1,000 subscribers recently, from like 200 and something to 1,000 in the last couple of months, just from a few videos. I'm still muddling through, but I'm showing up imperfectly, and that's what we have to do in our language learning too. Keep going, my friend. You're doing amazing.